Hi there. My name is Cindy. I live in the Southern California area. I've been in California most of my life, actually, all of my life. And I have pursued art over the years, probably in elementary school. That was my best subject, as well as in high school. And the college courses that I took were all around art, graphic arts, Photoshop, and a little bit of photography. When I stumbled upon some of the fluid artists through YouTube, it just was really cool to see the different artwork they came up with. And I thought, maybe I'll give that a try. But I was a little hesitant. But over time, probably over about a month and a half, I started collecting the materials I needed. And I started out using the Artist Loft pouring medium, as well as the paint that I had at home, which was Liquitex. There was mostly heavy-bodied is what I had over the last few years for some paintings I had done, which were mostly landscape and kind of like the one behind me, just mostly color, sometimes just the ocean and the sky. So it's probably mid-December 2025 that I was able to start fluid art. I had found a tub. I think it's called an overflow tub for water. It's round. It's about 26 inches diameter and about 3 inches tall. And I thought, that might work well for starting out so that the paint kind of stays contained. Also, I picked up some floor mats for I think they call them tarps. So if you're going to be painting a home, you buy these plastic tarps from the hardware store. And I ended up getting a total of 2 to just make sure my carpet's covered because I am renting. That has worked really well. And in addition, at the dollar store, I found these little square wire baskets, and they're about 5 inches tall. And I'm able to put the canvas on those so that it lifts the canvas higher, and it just ensures that my canvas is not sitting in a pool of paint. Also, I nail in some push pins into the back of each canvas, and that helps to through the drying process. As far as I have looked at some other options, but I think right now this is going to work. I am working on the floor. I don't have a table. I don't have a dining table or a coffee table. I just haven't been quick to get that because I move quite a bit just as a renter. And I don't typically have, eat my dinner at a dining table, and I typically don't have people over for dinner. So this works out for me. And though I have kept my eye on, getting maybe, they have the drafting tables. I almost secured one of those, but they didn't provide delivery, so never mind. But what I would be looking for is like a 3-foot by 5-foot table so that everything adequately sits on there, the canvases, as well as the paints I'll be using and my tools. So through Walmart, they have squeeze bottles that I was purchasing. They were only 97 cents each, and they were perfect. But the last couple times I looked into that and purchasing some, they were all out. So, and it didn't look like they were going to necessarily refill the order. So I was bummed about that. But through another fluid artist, I found these wide mouth squeeze bottles that are working really nicely. I'll show those to you a little bit later. So at this point, I'm just trying out and practicing different fluid art styles or methods to see which ones I like. I am getting feedback from family on which type of paintings I've done that they're drawn to. It seems like family really likes the flowers. My brother-in-law really liked one that was kind of just more abstract. And as far as my niece, I've got a lot of nieces, but one of the nieces have given me feedback on a painting that I did, which is more of a landscape. And I think a lot of people, they do prefer something that their brain can conceive, what is this, rather than abstract. But I'm going to show you a few things, and hang on one moment. Okay, so this is one that I've done. I'm a little bit close, but I put that together for a friend of mine. I thought she'd like the colors. The first layer was very thin, and I had a lot of lacing, but the colors were a little muted for me, so I just kept on adding more and more layers of paint and blowing those out until I came up with this. I'm hoping that she likes it. So as you can see, there's quite a bit of gold, which I think is one of the highlights, and the red, black. I think we'll see if she'd be interested in that next time I see her.